It's Julia from Cemeteries Down Under. Jason's holding the gimbal.
Hi.
We're holidaying in New Zealand and still down under, but it's over a bit to the right. But I thought I'd show you guys an authentic Maori village and their cemetery, which has got Australians buried as well. We'll give you a little tour around. This is actually still a living Maori village. It's authentic. The Maoris still live here, and you'll be blown away by some of these hot water geysers around, and the tribes have had to learn to live with it for many years now, and they actually use some of it for cooking. And anyway, we'll show you around. So that's one of the tribal houses in the background there, and some of their statues which act as warriors. But anyway, we'll show you around the cemetery, which is here. The steam is the geyser, the geothermal stuff coming from the ground. It's volcanic, so it's very hot. It's like up to 100, 200 Celsius. So if you ever see that, please don't step on it. It's very hot. Just be careful.
Yeah. Wow.
The ground feels so soft. There's a lake.
Yep. Look at that.
Bubbling lake. Wow.
Coming down the range, you can hear it.
There. It's amazing, isn't it? It's coming through the ground here, and it's coming through the crack there, Jason. So maybe you should walk around the other way. There's parts in town where the ground has opened up and more volcanic fluid has spilt out, and parts of the park and that have been shut off by the council. So you've always got to be wary where you walk. So this is beautiful St. Faith's church, and some of the graves here. I can't believe all the steam and everything over there. and it's overlooking the beautiful lake here, Lake Rotorua. We're in Rotorua in New Zealand, which is in the North Island, sort of like midway down. We'll probably just give you a bit of a tour today, and I'll fit in a bit of the history later. And these little statues here, they act as guardians of the cemetery. Now we do have permission to film here by the elders that live here. Okay. Righto. Isn't it amazing? So they often have their totem animals. You can see a lizard here. And they use a lot of their tiki statues. There you can see a Kiwi soldier with his sword. So you can see this is the warmer area.
Sorry for the wind, guys.
I can't say good names. So loving memory of Toko Morrison, beloved husband of the late Pare Polly, and dearly loved dad and Koro. Died the 20th of September 64, age 68. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my friend. Thank you for your service.
Second World War.
The Second World War, and that leaf on top is a symbol of New Zealand. So he was a Sergeant James, and he died in 1949, only 30. May you rest in peace. So thank you for your service. Here's one from Gallipoli. Rest in peace. And a Maori pioneer, died 1948. Wow, what a peaceful place to lie, might I say. It's just beautiful. So there's a mixture of Australian and New Zealander force here. And they're guarded with the highest respect by the Maori that live in the village. Isn't this beautiful? I find it amazing with the above ground grade here. Almost kind of like New Orleans style, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll just walk around. So I'll just walk around a little bit and show you some of their graves. We won't read each one. The beautiful lake's got some black swans in there. And we've got another guardian here overlooking the graves. And you can see this is kept in perfect condition. No one would dare enter here at night time or do anything silly, because all the houses around here are part of the Maori tribe, and they would protect this place because it's their ancestors that rest here. Such a beautiful spot here, and we've got perfect weather where we are at the moment, so we're very lucky. Here's a couple with a photo. Manisha's here. You've got Major John Marsh, who died in 2013, and that would have been when he was younger. So he's suave. And then you've got the other young chap, Seymour. He was part of Queen Alexandra's squadron, and he died in 2015. May you both rest in peace, sir. He looks quite handsome as well. God bless you both. So this one's got the little owl figurine on his grave, and the owl here in this area is one of our totem animals. I think it's the Ruru owl or the Haruru owl that they call it, and the owl acts as the guardian as well. May you rest in peace. This one's got a photo as well. You got Claude Nara. He died in 1972. He looks quite handsome there. Far too young. You know, very sad. These gentlemen here, they fought hard to make sure that we could live in peace and in harmony. So we have all these ancestors to thank. So here we've got another gentleman, and he was a flight sergeant. He died, killed in action in Norway, and it's a memorial for him. May he rest in peace. He was only 21. We're going to leave this little area now. Come back through the gates. This church here is called St. Faith. So we can't go in because of that. I'll show you around. And we'll just be careful where we tread. Here would be one of the fathers or the reverends. Oh, wife of the first bishop and the reverend. May you both rest in peace. Wow, check out the birds. And you can tell by, I'm not sure what religion it is, but let me walk around and film it and see what we can find for you. So a lot of the graves here would be the local Maoris and the parishioners for the church. And as you can see, the ground's opening up over there.
That looks like an old boat they used. You can see how hot it is, guys. I'll show you. I won't get too much closer. You probably could hear that. That is around about 200 degrees there.
It's starting to spit, just be careful. Can you see that? It's now spitting. It died down for a minute and then it's back.
That's how hot it is.
What I find amazing, you've got danger signs everywhere. And look at these swans. They're swimming around like nothing's going on. But I kid you not, the local Maoris use these little boiling holes to cook in. They've learnt to just adapt over the years to live with the volcanic activity.
Sorry for the wind, guys.
Some faiths, and you're welcome. They still use it to go into their service, and like I said, we wanted to come here because this village is still active. People still live here, still use the church, still use the cemetery, where a lot of the other ones in the neighbourhood are, they're put on for tourism purposes. You got the Reverend Seymour Mills, and the Reverend Tico. The Reverend Tico, he was priested in the Whitsundays, which is Queensland, Australia, and he was priest of all those towns. And then you've got this Reverend Seymour and his wife. They came from America and they were missionaries. Wow, very interesting. The first St. Faith's was called Te Hahi of Te Wakapono, the Church of the Faith, and the second, dedicated on the same site in 1914, was called St. Faith's Anglican Church. In 1967, the east and west wall extensions were added to the then single central structure, together with the Margaret Martin etched window of Christ in the eastern extension of the Galilee Chapel. St. Faith's is a Heritage New Zealand listed building, a tribute to the commitment of parishioners, clergy and supporters of its wonderful bicultural heritage and their interpretation of an inclusive gospel. The Te Arawa people have lived on this land for hundreds of years. During that time, they have survived geothermal disturbances and devastating invasions. Once the site of a heavily fortified Ngāti Whakaue, the peninsula known as Maruka was a burial ground for ancestors. Excuse me if I've got that wrong. Not good with pronunciations. The restless earth reminds us of the fragility of life on this land. Around 200 years ago, much of this area disappeared under the waters of Lake Rotorua. This ancient history and the knowledge of the dead buried here contribute to the ongoing sacredness of the area and is one of the reasons the church stands today on sanctified land. The church we now call St. Faith's has graced this site for over 130 years. Ōhinemutu Village was settled by the Ngāti tribe, a sub-tribe of the Te Arawa, which means canoe, journeyed from the Pacific homeland of Hawaiiki to New Zealand around 1350 after death. The explorers chose this location for their home due to its settling along the shores of Lake Rotorua and the abundant geothermal energy, which was useful for cooking, bathing and heating. Ngāti Whakaue gifted the land on which the city of Rotorua was built, and today the historic village, just 10 minutes walk from the Rotorua city centre, is still home to a few hundred descendants. Visitors are welcome to walk around this living village at no charge and enjoy the steaming vents, boiling hot pools and natural beauty that leads many to comment on the tranquility and spiritually uplifting environment. You can hear the boiling over there. And we'll just end it over here where you can have a look at the lake. You can see more of the village houses in the background. Hope you enjoyed this. I thought it'd be interesting to show. It's just fascinating. And yes, it does smell like rotten eggs in some places. Alright, well, we'll leave you to it. Thank you for watching. I want to say a big thank you for the people that have subscribed to my channel and waited patiently for me to return. Looking forward to being back, and a huge apologies for the past 12 months. We've had a lot of life changes and I wasn't sure what we were going to be doing about the channel, to be honest, but can happily say I'm back now and hopefully back for good. And I just want to thank everybody for hanging in there, being patient, watching my videos, and to all my new subscribers as well. So a big thank you to them. Alright, God bless you and have a nice day.